Thunderful Publishing. Hey guys, today we're trying SteamWorld Quest, The Hand of Gilgamech. Yeah, change that one little letter. It's my first SteamWorld game. I never played one, I think. I might have played... No, yeah, it's functionally my first SteamWorld game, I think. I think I might have played a couple minutes of SteamWorld Dig, which I think was the first one, but I'm not entirely sure if that is the case or not. I have this vague sense that they keep changing genres with every game, which I'm not entirely sure if that's true or not, but it's what stood out to me. Oh wait, are they making... Is this the company that's behind the new Shovel Knight game? Because they're making Shovel Knight Dig. But I haven't checked that closely. I should not be just saying stuff at random. Suitable difficulty level for most players. We'll play Knight, it's fine.
Time to get ready for bed, son.
Oh, Dad, tell me a story first, please.
Oh? You want to hear another tall tale from the high seas, do you?
No, not another pirate story. I want to hear about dragons and knights in shining armor.
Dragons, you say? Well, then we have to go way back to the age of heroes.
When our world was still young and innocent, the gods grew born and forged a heart of evil and placed it in the chest of a behemoth. A true hero was called upon, and by his hand, the corrupted heart of the monster was torn out and buried where it could do no harm. Over the years, his heroic deeds fell into obscurity. Instead, heroes of fortune spread across the land like a shadow. But there was still light to be found. Our story begins with two such lights. Two friends strolling through the forest in search of a mushroom. Chapter 1. The Knight and the Alchemist.
I'm so confused. Why are the robots in fantasy mode? It's like they're cosplaying somebody else's history or something. I wonder what the context for that is. Oh yeah, I don't remember if I've said it or not, but this was requested by Patreon subscriber Joshua Zachman. I just can't remember if I said that already. As if sent on a mission by the ancient gods, our heroes cut their way through Greenfinger's Grove. The smell of hazard and fungus hit them as they searched for the fabled peppermint puffer. Will you stop narrating everything? Chapter 3 in the Hero's Handbook clearly points out the importance of visualizing. Visualizing my foot, that fully illustrated book of yours is a pun-ridden cringe fest. Hey, don't diss the book. And by the way, when are we eating? We should have taken Galileo up on that breakfast offer before we left. He didn't invite us for breakfast. He said he'd rather eat the slowly gathering dust in his basement before joining our mushroom hunt. And this mushroom we're hunting is important enough for you to literally pull me out of bed. You can't do real alchemy from the comfort of a bed. A few of the professors at the college actually tried that, but the rest of them shriveled up over their research in a musty, sun-forsaken labs. There was one professor, though, who really inspired me. She underlined the importance of actually going out into the world to deploy knowledge practically for the good of the many. Today's deployment is about finding the medicinal peppermint puffer. Not only is it anti-hypertensive, hepatoprotective, and nephroprotective, it can also... you're setting me in a mood for stew. We are not making stew. Look, let's just get going. I know you get restless, so why don't you take the lead for a while? We've got Armely and Copernica. Okay, so we have a clear tank and mage setup, perhaps, or maybe alchemist. Don't know if they have any spells. Armely, true of heart. This adventure's adventurance grocer's daughter. Oh, female. Aims for a membership at the local chapter of the Heroes Guild, in pursuit of her dream to be just like her idol, the true ancient hero Gilgamech. Copernica. Too smart for her own good, this college dropout seeks to break the shackles of the old curriculum and practice her skills outside stuffy labs and libraries, eager to use her alchemical knowledge for the good of the many. Any indication of what they're, You have a sword, safety, quarto. Yeah, she has a magic stat. No idea what their abilities are, if they have any. Click to move seems to work. Game also might be compatible with controllers. Interacting. Many objects in the world, such as this mushroom patch ahead, can be interacted with. Just move near the mushrooms and use the controls shown below, or by clicking them with the mouse. Let's look at them. Hey, that was easy. Time enough to get these cooked up before the rooster crows. Unfortunately, these are common brushwood amanitas. We're after peppermint puffer, remember? Dang. Also, they're poisonous, so don't eat them. Double dang. Also, they can eat and be poisoned. So, just worth noting these elements about how the dig people work. The SteamWorld people. How many SteamWorld games are there? I know there's Dig and Heist. Neither of which I've played. There's so many indie games. It really is like a golden age of infinite quality stuff that just keeps coming out. Like, this looks really neat. And I'm like, I just like feel instant fatigue over like, oh god, it's at least a trilogy of games I've never played. On top of all the other series that I haven't played. Ah, there's so many games. Ah! More of those pompous posers from the village. Wait a minute. I knew the guild had some flimsy hang-arounds, but you're practically rattling around in that bulky armor. You just call me scrawny? Whoa, easy now, I didn't say. This armor fits perfectly. Did that fall in front of their face on accident, or did it do it on purpose? Here we go. Oh, well, to the death it is. Okay, let's learn how combat works. Battles are fought using punch cards. Oh, they're punch cards because they're machines. So they use punch cards. Okay. Each turn you'll draw up 6 cards. These cards represent abilities your heroes can use. You can choose up to 3 cards to play each turn. The cards will be lined up at the top of the screen. When you're happy with the cards you've selected, press the Finish Turn button. If you prefer, you can also select cards and targets by clicking on them with your mouse or right-clicking to cancel. A few alternate options for interacting with the cards will be made available by hovering over them with your hand, too. Yeah, it seems like the game is simultaneously designed for, like, keyboard or mouse, or maybe even also controller, where they have, like, multiple different sets of controls for each. Oh, yeah, you can see the punch card things down there, the 1s and 0s. Being all punched in. Some of these are even 1s and 0s. How saucy. Rogue Strike. 100% strength for damage as physical on one foe. All heroes have to start somewhere. Bravado. Upgrade. Heals Armely by 75% magic and raises her strength by 1 grade for 3 turns. Book Bash. Deals 100% strength as physical. A little frayed around the edges. So Book Bash is the same thing as Heroic Strike, except she has weaker strength. And it says the strength here, 11, 8. Okay. So at the moment, I could be drawing a false conclusion based on the first turn's worth, but it might always be that you draw 50% cards for one character and 50% cards for the other character, and it might either increase your hand size or split it 3 ways when you get a third character. Or just happen to draw 50-50 and it's totally irrelevant. We'll see. Mana Barrier. Grants one ally a damage shield equal to 20% of their maximum health for up to 3 turns. Neat. Essentially 20% increased health. What does that do? Is that my chance to throw away cards in the hopes of switching them out for better ones or something? Huh. Let's play around with buffing myself up like too much. Ba-boom, Bravado, and Mana Barrier, and then Strike. The Coglin. Coglin C and Coglin D. Yar. Defended and buffed. Probably not really worth doing instead of just attacking, but kind of wanted to see all the little animations. I can appreciate that this does not appear to be an instant copy of Slay the Spire, because so many recent card games look like exactly like Slay the Spire, down to copying every element of its visuals. This one seems like something a little different. Strikes, upgrades, and skills. Your heroes can play 3 kinds of cards: strikes, upgrades, and skills. Strike cards are just what they sound like: basic, uncomplicated attacks that deal damage to your enemies. Upgrade cards empower your heroes temporarily in some way. As your heroes use strike or upgrade cards, they build up steam pressure, or SP, that can be spent to play powerful skill cards. Oh, the giant arrows definitely somewhat scream Slay the Spire, admittedly. I don't know, maybe I'm pretending it's not like Slay the Spire a little too fast. It's amazing when something like Slay the Spire or Darkest Dungeon comes out and then like just waves of there's a variety. It's either straight up copycat games to then like games that just are doing something kind of different but also are still really clearly inspired by the specific other indie game that I've played. Rave Buster. 340% strength is physical. Damn. Only used by the bravest warriors. Is there a downside to it? Does this thing mean that it takes up all 3 of my slots? Yeah. This said I can use up to 3 abilities, but I think what they meant is I can use up to 3 gears. So I bet if I click on this, it uses my whole turn. No, because that one's only 2. This one's 3. Flame Wave. 170% magic as fire damage to all foes. That's pretty strong. Fire Pillar. 80% magic as fire damage to one foe 3 times. Whoa. That is attack spam. So 20 to both, which is 40 damage overall, or 30 to 1, but also get to do something else, which seems like it's more worth it. That seems more my style. 44, I guess that could kill him, huh? Yeah, so if you focus him, and then you focus them. And this will be a devastatingly dangerous turn, probably. Tab? I thought it used to be left click to continue. Oh well. You can still play more cards this turn. Can I? Oh. Is that, oh, my gear cap, oh right. These guys don't have a gear requirement, so I can just use them anyway. Wait, does it? Now I'm curious. Does using this card generate a gear? What are the rules to this game? It does generate a gear. Okay, so gears are generated by certain abilities. Interesting. That might mean I can use even more expensive abilities. So take 3 away. Then generate 1 more. So I'm gonna do 20 damage to them, so 13 would still not be a kill, actually. But let's use it here anyway. Because then I get Fire Pillar on you. And that's me using 4 gears. That's interesting. And I guess probably more damage. Maybe not. Anyway. Oh god. Yeah, they're in a bad spot now. Yeah, this gear system looks interesting. Here it goes, steam pressure. That's what they were talking about when they said SP earlier. They're talking about this gear meter. Each strike or upgrade card generates 1 SP. Your heroes have a shared pool of SP. Skill cards are very versatile and powerful, but if you don't have enough SP, you can't play them at all. Manage your pool of SP wisely. Oh, I just spent all my SP. Oh, it's gone. Okay. I gotcha. I had 3 because I spent... Okay. Well, it doesn't matter because we're about to win, but... Yeah, I had 3 SP because I generated them from last turn. It's not a... You don't start at 3 or anything like that. I thought maybe you have a pool of 3 and you can manipulate it or something. Yeah, all we need to do is just attack. Hopefully these attacks can't miss. Beep boop. Pretty great art. Easy as mushroom pie. Pie. We've clearly stepped into Coglin turf here. Let's just try and get out of here in one piece, okay? You think there's more of them? Awesome. It's like hurting a small tornado. Do it, do it, do it. Our heroes chanced upon a relic, a testament to glorious battles of past, and some long-forgotten treasure. More like Coglin loot stolen by unwary travelers. Stolen from unwary travelers. The hero's handbook declares after beating up ruffians fair and square, the champion deserves a proper reward. Yes. Theft. Repair vial ×2. Recovery items. Recovery items can be used to heal your heroes or cure status conditions. They are a good way of dealing with challenges that you can't solve with cards alone, though its supplies are limited. You can find recovery items in chests by defeating enemies or by buying them from merchants. Burying them. That's not how you would get something. Use recovery items outside of combat, but going... Oh no, that means I probably don't recover between fights. And selecting recovery items. Your heroes are automatically revived and cured of negative status conditions at the end of each battle, so some items can't be used this way. Never mind. Should have finished reading. Use recovery items in battle by going to the battle menu and selecting recovery items. Recovery items used this way count as playing a card for that turn, so think carefully about the right time to use them. Okay, so they're cured of status ailments, but they aren't healed. How much? 25% of a maximum health. A miraculous concoction that soothes upset furnaces and re-welds metal. Poink. Yes, there's gold in these here brambles. That makes perfect sense. Get them. Get them. Oh, shoot. More of those pint-sized troublemakers. Let's ambush them. The hero's handbook describes just what to do in a situation like this. There's 2 whole pages with diagrams on how to startle a Coglin. And We sneak up behind them, strike first, and gain the upper hand. You must realize that regardless of which direction you come waving a sword at anyone, you will startle them. Whoa! So you say this method works on anybody? The book is great! Tutorial, preemptive strike. Beware! Foes will engage you if they see you. Gain an upper hand against them by pressing the indicated button when they are close enough to attempt a preemptive strike. This will cause your foes to begin the battle already wounded. Enter. Can I do it with mouse only? I'm not sure. Nope. Oh, I saw a mouse. I saw a mouse pop up for a second there. I went to hit enter just because I wasn't sure if it was going to come up. Redrawing cards. You can redraw cards in your hand up to 2 times each turn. Redrawing a card means the selected card will be discarded and replaced with a new card from your deck. Huh. Twice every turn? Is there a downside to doing it? Because it seems really effective to be able to throw a third of my hand to potentially draw better things. Discarded cards will eventually make their way back into your hand, so don't hesitate to use redraw often to get rid of unplayable cards. And remember, if you neither play nor redraw anything, your hand will not change. Ah, that's a detail I wasn't sure about yet. So my hand does not change from turn to turn. So if I leave something in my hand, I can use it next turn, for example. Okay. Well, Brave Buster will really take a chunk out of somebody. But it still won't do enough damage to actually take them out. It would appear that I need to still do the full chain. There we go. We'll focus fire one of them down, reducing incoming damage significantly. I was wrong. Yep. We were below 37 after the book. Or before the book. So I could have used the book on him. Whoops. Let's see how much you like this though. Haha. 41 damage? It's not enough. But now it is. Oh, you're doing 12 damage instead of 11. You did 9, 9, 10. Is there a dice roll involved? It did have a. There must be some kind of dice roll because there is the chance of critting. I guess the attacks themselves seem to have a range to them. You can't rely on them doing exactly what it says they'll do, I think. Trashium. Wow. That's almost as good as an Unobtainium. Almost. You know, like on a cosmic scale, I suppose. One man's trash is another man's trash. He looks very big. I'm gonna go this way. Bye-bye. No, thank you. Look, Copernica. Even the Coglins have raised statues over Gilgamech, the true ancient hero. The majestic pose, the pride of a great deed oozing from every cut of the chisel. Those statues are literally everywhere. Of course they are. Gilgamech saved our kingdom and from certain doom. He defeated a huge snarling behemoth, tore out its evil heart with his bare hands, and you can relive that very moment in your Hero's Coloring Handbook. It's a coloring book. At least Coglins know how to appreciate the heroes of the past. And you're mass murdering them. Unlikely. They seem to be more into piles of garbage and lumber than held together by yarn. Hero statues. These artfully majestic homages to the ancient hero serve as a good place to sit down for a while and get some rest. Approach this statue to save your progress. It will restore your hero's health. However, be aware that they also respawn all nearby enemies. Oh. Well. All healed up. Now we'll fight the giant monster. Come here, come here, come here. Kya, kya. How dangerous are you? Oh, we're on the right now. You have a lot of health, but I did that little, yeah. That starting swing did 14 damage. How long does this last for? Yeah. What? It'll last 3 turns. This could be a long fight. So it's probably worth doing. Then we can go full smack. No. Oops, I meant to cancel. I meant to cancel because I realized, oh, I have 2 gears. I should use the big scary attack. But then I didn't do that. What was that? What did you just use? Tenacity. Okay, the interface is actually looking a lot like Slay the Spire right now. I'm noticing. Mana barrier, that's the 20%? Yep. Heroic strike! Fire pillar! Brave Buster. Go all damage. Get him. Oh yeah, so I get to play a 3rd card. Probably cast this on yourself before he attacks you. Bam! That still did full damage. It must be a physical only self-cast. Huh, you're not very threatening. You basically do the same damage that I do. But we have 2 people. So it's not a good time for you, as it turns out. Now we'll both have a barrier, so you're even less capable of causing damage. There we go. Oopsie. He's probably fine. Hey, we leveled. Everyone gained 5 health. Smoldering embers. How long are they gonna stay smoldering? I feel like that status has a bit of an expiration date. You found an accessory item. Before it'll do you any good, you must first open the pause menu and equip the accessory in the equipment menu. Select the character you wish to equip it to and select the accessory slot to reveal a list of available items. Oh, 20% additional attacks. Well, I might as well give it to them, right? I don't have any reason to think that my tank-ish character can actually tank at all, as in force people to attack them. So I probably want to give the increased health item to the person with the lowest health in order to curb their weakness. Good old manual save points. Like we're the 90s. Wait, can it be? We found it! The peppermint puffer! It's even more majestic than I could imagine. Success smells like peppermint. It will be like eating breakfast, dessert, and brushing your teeth at the same time. We're not going to... You know what? Let's just grab it and get out of here. Could it be time for a mysterious boss fight? Right after the save point? Just like grinding gears of endless time, our heroes halted to catch their breath. With their peppermint perfumed prize in hand, they readied their swords. Hands off, this peppermint puffer will clean out the mold from the funnel in the old well. We're helping the entire village. You need to dry it in one whole piece to extract all... Whoa. Did you hear that? I can't help it. This sweet and crisp scent makes me hungrier by the second. I don't think that was your belly. Oh. Oh. Hello there, Dark Souls. Oh, darn. Whoa, I know what you're gonna say, but imagine how much stew we could... Ah! My mushrooms! Who dares steal Gomphus's beautiful mushrooms? Easy there, Chief. We're just here to pick some of these unsuspecting, innocent mushrooms ravagers. I'm not a ravager, I'm an alchemist. Gomphus doesn't care. Gomphus will teach you not to plunder nature. Ooh, music change. Elements. They're on the card. Some enemies have natural resistance or weakness. Yeah. Use the right element. What are you weak to? Is it fire? I'm guessing it's fire. It's probably fire. Ooh, this is a good song. I like this song. Let's see how fire does. This will be fun. Yep, he's weak to fire. Here comes poison. And that did damage. Status conditions. Some cards inflict status conditions. These are negative effects that linger on the target for several turns. For example, poison makes the victim take damage at the end of each turn. Fortunately, most conditions go away on their own after a few turns. You can view a list of all conditions in the compendium menu. I would like a second gear, please. Oh, he's got 600 health. Okay. This is not going to be the briefest fight. Well, I buffed my strength, so I should probably lean into that. Seems like a good plan. There we go. Power punch. Well, the shield pretty much soaked it up, so that's good. It's not exactly soaking up the other bad news, though. If one of your heroes falls to 0 health, that hero is scrapped. If all heroes become scrapped, game over. Cards belonging to a scrapped hero become useless and waste space in your hand. Be sure to redraw those cards. Oh, that's why I have that mechanic in particular now, huh? Scrapped heroes are repaired after each fight, but health is otherwise not restored between fights. You can heal during battle using certain cards, but that can be tricky. Visit a hero statue or recovery item to recover, or use a recovering item to restore health outside of combat. Well, good to know. So on top of losing the character, we lose their cards, which helps justify it actually being a punishment, because otherwise, if a character was just dead, and you just stop drawing their cards, you would still be able to do 3 actions per turn and have full access to the gear meter, so you would not actually have any reduced combat potential. So having a dead hero fill your card with junk, severely reducing your options, is actually ends up justifying that a lot more. Can I double up on bravado? It doesn't say anything about not being able to stack it, and I could also use healing, so. Ba-boom. Yes, I want to use Fire Pillar, the primary thing that helps me out in this situation. Alright. Wow. That's an incredibly weak heal. Uh-oh, he's getting stronger. That's like the specific thing I don't want him to do. Ah, the poison seems to have damaged the shield first. I don't know how you shield the poison with an external shield, but cool. I'll take it. Why not? All in on the physical attacks. So I've like double buffed their strength, I hope, at this point. If it stacks at all. Or if nothing else, I've reset its duration, I guess. Uh-oh. Oh no, he has children. Yeah, Flame Wave would definitely help with the children. Goodbye, children. Hope you weren't planning on living anymore. Hey, I'm no longer poisoned. Well, I don't think they're gonna be happy about me murdering their children again. Power punch. Oh, you punched right through that shield. Ow. Hey, big blast. That's the good stuff. That is the good stuff. Lucky for me, they seem very mad at... Oh! I was about to talk about how they're only attacking the knight, and then they went and did attack the not knight. So, joke's on me. Bravado Buster. I should probably be attacking with magic attacks every turn. Oh wait, no, I can't. Right. I just remembered that the book attacks are also physical, so attacking as her doesn't help anymore. In fact, it's just noticeably weaker. So there's that. So far I've seen no indication that I actually get stronger when I use Bravado twice. So maybe I won't bother. Save it for later. We're getting there. This is an attrition battle we should win. Oh, I don't have the multi-target this time around. Just a single target. Death. Book bashing one of them is kind of a waste, because it won't kill them, and the other attacks could kill them. Let's use up a book. You know what? Let's replace these cards. This is too many book bashes. Ooh, significantly better than book bash. Another flame pillar. Yes. No. Oh. Okay, they're not very strong. I could probably just ignore them. But eventually... Oh, there it is. Eventually I get an attack that just destroys them, so might as well. I need 3. Just one more. Sure, let's use Bravado, because their strength is down again. And Flame Wave. I'm enjoying this. This is neat. One of the upsides about having turn-based combat where you draw cards every turn and have different outcomes kind of is that you take turn-based combat and you make it not repetitive and boring. Because you have different stuff to work with every turn. A different variation of this is what we're seeing in Dicey Dungeon in my current playthrough, which is that you roll a bunch of dice and then you just try to figure out what the hell to do with those dice every turn. And even within that game's formula, a lot of the heroes in that game are reshuffling how the whole game works from moment to moment. Sometimes even turn to turn or battle to battle, they change how they work. All these different iterations that indie games are doing on turn-based combat are making them way more interesting than like the vast majority of JRPGs I've ever played that have turn-based combat where you kind of do the exact same things, not only for an entire fight, but often for entire dungeons or even entire dozens of hours of the playthrough. You kind of can just fall into the same loops forever and not really doing anything else with your time. Like, it's very helpful to have something like this where even though it's like a kind of an RNG element, like it's a thing that lets you have to specifically think about every turn to some extent. This idea of making everything count. It's what I like about at least the beginning of Darkest Dungeon too, is that everything's tense and you're this close to failure all the time, and every turn counts, so you're not just like mindlessly clicking your way through the fight like so many turn-based RPGs tend to be. The worst thing you can do is make it so that the player's not actively thinking. There we go. Ha! Didn't even break a sweat. I'll be accepted into the guild in no time. I let you tag along to the forest and you turn it into a freaking fight club. Hey, you wanted to experience nature hands-on, right? I say we stuff our bags full of mushrooms and get back to the village. The things I do for learning. It's probably a good cutoff point for now. So this has been SteamWorld Quest something Gilgamesh. Hand of Gilgamesh. I usually look at the little executable bar on the other monitor to see the name of the game, and it just stops at Quest. It doesn't say the rest of it in the title. If you want to check this game out for yourself, there's a link to the Steam page in the description. Thank you to the developers for sending me a code so I can preview their game. Thanks for watching like always, guys, and I'll see you next time.